Hey guys, just really quickly wanted to talk about Shenzhen. Shenzhen has a Taco Bell. I've gone there maybe 5 or 6 times in the time I've been in China. Most times I had to go to Hong Kong and I went through Shenzhen. That's how mainlanders in China get to Hong Kong. They go through Shenzhen. But twice I went only to go to Shenzhen, no intention of going to Hong Kong. And the most recent time was about a year ago. I have no video on that, just these pictures. So I wanted to briefly talk about Shenzhen. And did I mention Shenzhen has a Taco Bell? Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, Shenzhen has a Taco Bell. Anyway, hi guys, Hades here, and today we're talking about Shenzhen. The last time I went, there were two reasons. One was Hard Rock Cafe, because I like to go to different Hard Rock cafes around the world, and there's one in Shenzhen. I didn't make it. However, I did go to Taco Bell. I ate at Taco Bell every day for the week I was there. There's Annie. She's a friend of mine. I'll talk more about her later. But Shenzhen. So quickly, I wanted to give you a little story. The first time I went to Shenzhen, I was in Wuhan. This was back in 2013, I want to say. I had to go to Hong Kong for a visa. When you come to China to get a job and you don't have your visa before you come, you have to sort of leave the country, even though Hong Kong technically is part of the country. They'll allow you to go to Hong Kong. So I had to kind of go on a visa run type thing. And I went to Hong Kong and I went through Shenzhen. On the way there, no issues. On the way back, I had caught the flu. I was incredibly sick and I got scammed out of money. Uh, it's you don't get scammed so much in China anymore. This kind of thing doesn't happen anymore. But I went through the border and my trains, there's two train stations. One that goes directly to the border almost, and another one is completely on the other side of town. And that's the fast train on the other side of town. The slow train, the overnight train from Wuhan to Shenzhen ended at the border, so I had no issues. So when I was coming back, I I got scammed out of money, and I was really sick, or I wouldn't have done it. But this guy said, "Hey, you need a ride? Need a ride?" Instead of walking over to where the taxis were, I said, "Yeah, okay." And I followed him, and and I walked too far for being so sick in the hot sun. And I don't know, maybe walked about a mile, but it seemed a lot farther when I was really sick and carrying my bags. And then he proceeded to charge me about 1,500 kwai just for a ride across Shenzhen, 1,500 RMB, which is way too expensive. I even said no, but I did not want to walk the mile back to get a real taxi, and I ended up paying him. And I ended up being very angry about that for years. Uh, the driver, he only made a couple hundred. At that time, it should have been maybe a maximum of 100 kwai to get across. Probably even less than that, maybe just 50. But I ended up paying 1,500 because I was too sick to turn around and go back. And maybe I should have negotiated better, but there was a language barrier. And to this day, I'm still angry about having gotten scammed like that, even though I knew I was getting scammed when I paid the money. It was ridiculous and it made me angry and made me hate Shenzhen for a while. This building here, I could see, I got a really nice hotel room when I was in Shenzhen last summer. And this building here, this is a view from my hotel room. This is the Ping An Finance Center. It's definitely the tallest building in Shenzhen. Look how it's reaching up in, the top is up in the clouds. It's 1,965 feet, or about 599 meters. It's 115 stories. It's the second tallest building in China, and obviously the tallest building in Shenzhen. It's actually the fourth tallest building in the world right now, but of course that's not enough for them. They're working on another tower in Shenzhen. It's going to be called the Shenzhen Tower. This one is, I don't know if they started building or it's just in the planning stages. But this one is going to be taller than this. I don't know if it'll make the tallest one in the world. I know like Dubai, they're building some huge tower there too. These guys just like to build tall towers. But the Shenzhen tower that they're working on is going to be 1,999 feet tall, or 608 meters, and it's going to have 130 floors. So even though they have the fourth tallest building, that's not enough. They're building another one right now. There's my friend Bobby. He is a former student of mine. He was in Shenzhen, so I hung out with him. And, of course, we had some Taco Bell. Season, another former student of mine and a friend of mine, and I met with him as well. I met with him and Bobby at the same time. Yes, we ordered Taco Bell. I didn't actually go to Taco Bell that day, but we ordered it. We were at this little bar. We ordered Taco Bell, and they delivered it to us. This is Annie. Now, I've known her a long time. She was one of my first students in Wuhan, and I've kept in touch with her for quite a long time. Since Wuhan, she went out and got married, and she's currently living in Shenzhen. She came out to meet me one night, and we had some drinks. Of course, we also had some Taco Bell. Now, on a side note on Taco Bell, I liked it quite a bit, I guess, in the U.S. It might have been one of my, top 10 favorite fast food places. But ever since I've gone to China, it's probably become, maybe next to In-N-Out, my favorite fast food place. Taco Bell's awesome. It's very hard to get good Mexican food in China. They got food that looks like Mexican food, but often really doesn't taste like Mexican food. And I know some people argue Taco Bell is not real Mexican food as well, but it sure is delicious. Yes, and with Annie, before we went out to the bar, we went to the Taco Bell. So yeah, I spent about 7 days in Shenzhen. Mostly, honestly, every day I ate at Taco Bell. Maybe not every meal, but every day. If there was a day I didn't go to Taco Bell, it's because I had some Taco Bell in the refrigerator in the hotel. So I'm greatly looking forward to going home and eating Taco Bell again. I wish I had some videos from Shenzhen. I just don't. I wanted to go back, but there's COVID stuff going on right now, and I just couldn't go back this summer. So just showing these pictures. Most times when I talk about cities I haven't lived in, I'm just going to lump them all together. But I'm doing one on Shenzhen just to do one and mention Taco Bell. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. And keep in mind, if you ever go to Shenzhen, they've got a Taco Bell.